Well, hi there. I'm Sandy Garson, and welcome to my tiny kitchen, big enough to accommodate the whole world. I understand you want to know how to make a French squash salad. So I put my thinking cap on and talked to my French mother and sister who taught me in Paris how to do some cooking. And here we go. I have steamed a small zucchini and a yellow squash very quickly. And there you see it. And we are going to make a salad based on a very famous French dish called ratatouille. We're just going to use some of the ingredients in there and follow the idea. So we're starting with the summer squash for a nice summer salad. And I roasted a red pepper and charred it a little for flavor. And I'm going to put a little bit of that in for color. I've chopped it in little sticks to add a different shape, which makes always interesting to the eye. And it's pretty strong, so you don't want a whole lot. And that just gives you a little more color in the salad. And I've cut a green pepper into some little strips to add some crunch, but not too much. And by the way, I've been out with people who say they can't eat green pepper, so there's no problem. Don't put it in. It isn't going to be an issue. We don't want anybody to not want to eat your salad. And I think I'm going to cut these a little bit. And just a few adds a little bit of texture and color again. And finally, at the end, of course, some tomatoes. Now, if you have some cherry tomatoes, which I like to call cherry tomatoes, you can just cut them in half and pop them right in. I wasn't able to find them in the store, so I'm using some smaller tomato, and I'm using a tomato knife because, if you may know, if you've ever tried to cut a tomato with a non-serrated edge, that skin of the tomato is pretty tough. So you do need a serrated edge knife to cut your tomato. And again, we're adding some color here to the salad and a different texture and a different shape, kind of a half moon. And we're blending that all up, as you can see. And now for a real French touch, and for the ratatouille touch, we're going to add, I chopped some fresh basil that I was able to find at the market, and that's going to give it a very yummy, strong flavor. You know, basil and tomatoes, that's just perfect. So now we're going to do something very French and add just a little bit of chopped shallot. Shallot, you know, is a milder form of onion and garlic combined. And lots of French dressings have a little bit of shallot in the oil and vinegar, and it adds also a nice color, a little bit of the white and purple. And by the way, you don't have to totally measure. I like to work, as many people do, when I make a salad, by the eyeball method. You can tell if there's too much or not enough. So there we go, and now the pepper. And in honor of the French dish, we have some fleur de sel, some French sea salt. Put a little bit in. Stir it in. And we have olive oil. In this case, I'm starting with just under a quarter of a cup to see if that's enough. And I do think it is. The juice of some lemon. Again, how much you put in depends on the size of your lemon. This happened to be an almost volleyball-sized lemon. We have lemon juice. And last, a very French thing, we want to add parsley. And here's what my French mother would do. Snip it right off. Gather it in your hands. And just snip it right in. Voila, et bon appétit.